Hi Leo, I love you, honey. So I saw a comment down there. Somebody said, how would they know that it's me? Because I changed my background so much. So you see those two angels right there? There's something significant. If you zoomed in, you would see it. Do not put it in the comments, please. But even if you bought those angels, they wouldn't be the same thing I have on my table. This right here, you'll always see that on my table. Okay. Um, this, and this. It won't always be in every one of them, but it will be in one of them. Will be in the video. So the main thing is the angels. You see the angels in the vase? That's us. Okay. So the reading we're gonna do, I'm gonna pull another Celtic. We're pulling Celtics, and we've been adding oracle cards to the Celtics because a lot of tarot readers is used to doing Celtics, and they already know the energy. For example, you get good at algebra and then you start figuring out science. It's a whole different realm. It's the same aspect, but like a graduation kind of thing. You know, let's do it. I love you, Leo, and thank you for everything you do for us here. All of your likes, shares, and subscribes. I appreciate you. We'll see you, my love. Make sure they got your name in the title before you listen to it. Woo! Let's see. This is going to be for Leo. Holy angels, Holy spirits. Uh-oh. To the divine above. If it's meant to come out, I won't be able to catch it. Angels and ancestor gods. For the Leos. Watching this channel. What can Leo know? The bottom of the bundle, you got fishing pole. At the top, you got cabin. Oh, heck. Fishing pole in a cabin. I mean, lonely, confined, feeling detached, but self-reliance, extending oneself and autonomy. You could have taken your fucking self on a vacation for a reflection of yourself. You're partying with yourself. Blinders, victim mentality, confusion. You're telling yourself you are not the victim. You are not the victim. You are not the victim. Echo chamber. Very likely at this time the situation or outcome is likely to occur. So whatever you think that's going to happen is going to happen. Yeah. Time to go fishing. Let it happen while you're fishing. That's what this says. Something's about to blow up. Might be a pretty long reading. We're still going to pull a Celtic. Pretty interesting energy. So the fishing pole represents self-reliance, extending oneself, connecting with nature, accomplishment, reflection, self-improvement. And it's coming out with cabin, feeling secluded, going within, insulate, a disengagement, closed off, kept apart, quarantine. It's like the hermit. You are somewhere where some people can't fucking find you. Indeed. Because you're manifesting. Yeah, so you're manifesting, you're initiating a contract with the magician because you feel like your mentality is being challenged and you're fucking about to justify their judgment. Somebody done fucked around and found out because maybe your twin flame is married, they're committed, and it's caused you to reconsider. It's Taurus and Gemini energy. They're causing you to reconsider the boundaries of your emotions because assessing the investments in the Queen of Swords energy no longer supporting the immaturity, and that's recognized. Ooh. So yeah, we got more bundles. We're gonna leave this right here and see where this comes out in the reading. Okay. We're gonna see. We have plenty of cards in that oracle. Indeed. I'm just standing up too. I really feel the energy today. Let's see. For the Celtic cross now. For Leo. Where's that cross going to start? Happening now. The situation or event in question is occurring right now. Oh my goodness, Leo. Fine print. Yeah, that's what you're doing. When you're in seclusion, that'd be the only reason why you'd be in seclusion. You know, you're not looking at yourself stuck. You're not looking at yourself pushed back in a corner. You're doing it on your own, so you feel comfortable with it. As long as you can see out. As long as you can see light ahead. Woo, like a lion's den. Let's get this spread pulled. Very interesting. And anytime you have two negative numbers, over here you have three negative. One. See, challenge. Filori. Open dishonor. Somebody openly dishonored you. Somebody openly disrespected you. Oh my God. I feel sorry for the buddy. I do. Somebody that used to be in sync with you. Somebody that used to walk beside you. Shut down. Oh gosh. Do mockery. Oh my God. Leo, that's why you're sitting over here in the Magician and the Page of Pentacles, my love. With the Magician, you got 4 elements. You have all the elements you need to manifest, bringing your dreams into reality. And guess what dream you're bringing? One that's going to last forever. You're bringing in the Pentacle. That's what we're going to look for in this reading. We're going to clarify with a whole different bundle. In that foundation. Foundation. The dice. Somebody gambled on the abundance, bearing fruit. Say, for example, you got all those grapes growing. Something in the weather changes and you can't fix it. What are you going to do when the grapes dry out? You ain't going to have no juice, that's for sure. Woohoo! Recent past to clarify. Recent past to clarify. I love you, Leo. Well, the recent past to clarify is the hot air balloon. Some sort of freedom going with the flow. Olive branch. We have 2 even cards in the past. You had a balance of surrender. Giving in to come to terms. Suspended. De-escalate. Make amends. I'm not going to say you had to be the bigger man. But you were the bigger man to yourself, whether you were a woman or a man. You didn't blame anybody else. Whatever happened, you blamed yourself. You're like, damn, I should have known better. I knew better. This is also, Leo, you don't barely have much karma to pay. If the divine is allowing you to be in the cabin with the fishing pole, with the Page of Pentacles and the Magician, you are somebody that does not give a fuck. You'll walk around as a streaker if you fucking want to. Only people will say something to you is probably the police. Or somebody that wants to make money on TikTok. You know what I mean? That kind of thing. Let's check it out. Interesting reading. At the top of this spread for Leo. Friends. Soul trap and a fish hook. Oh, you hooked somebody. You went fishing and hooked somebody. Hooked them by the lip. Oh, I love this deck. And once you hooked by the lip, somebody's eating every fucking word they've ever said about you. There's a friend feeling very helpless. They're feeling very powerless because there's something being looked closer into. Very detailed, and that's exactly what's happening now. Man, I can't wait to clarify your spread. This is amazing. What is coming in? Let me make sure you see table. Yeah. It's coming in for the reading. The roses push the dice over. The love and romance hit the dice. For example, you're home, you got your man, you got your woman, you're supposed to have a date night at home, watch a movie, popcorn, whatever you do, that's fun, okay? Somebody stands each other up. I mean, you've been together for 10 years and you're supposed to have a date night. No. Somebody went out there and done some quarter bouncing. Well, that romance shows up at wherever this quarter bouncing is. This is the romance coming in. because of the dice. Gambled love. You ever heard of that song, Your Cold as Ice? It's a very old song. Willing to sacrifice our love. Ooh. Person of fire. Fire energy. Wow. A transcending leader. I told you a level up. Through confidence, visionary, catalyst, entrepreneur, sexy, outgoing, creative, ruthless, courageous, and strong-willed, with enchanted friendship. You were the best friend this person ever had, whether it was a relationship, a family member, or a lover. You were the best. It says romance here. What is your internal energy? Yeah, it's going to be a pretty long reading. Your internal energy is the Knight. Confident, heroic. You're ready for action. Corset. You know this is held together by the action you take. It comes out with a 1 and 4. So a new beginning to stabilize the foundation. And the difference of that is the number 3. So 3 is coming together. So needing to come together to have a brand new beginning with a strong foundation. You want to start the foundation strong. And this is Aquarius energy and Leo energy. You want to start the foundation with an opposite energy. So it is strong. That's why you need to be nice to everybody your whole life, because you never know when you're going to need that person. It might be a stranger, it might be somebody you don't like in town, but when you need help, they're going to be the only one there. 3 o'clock in the morning, you're broke down in the road, it's raining, getting ready to snow real bad, and they're going to be the ones to come help you. Woo! You might have done it to this person. You might have helped this person. What is the external energy in this reading? Fairy tale. Believe in the impossible dreams. Changing at this time. Ooh, that's what's changing. Happening now and changing at this time. Anything can happen. Yeah. When it's a divine union kind of reading, anything can happen. What needs to be talked about the most? What needs to be talked about the most? The water carrier. Humanitarian. Communication. Being unselfish. Coming out with yarn. It's a big mess because someone here is very selfish. Or somebody's got a problem with you not being selfish. You're unselfish. And this is in reverse. Pioneer. They won't travel. It's not a traveler. Well, you can't be with Leo. Leo journeys. Telephone. This is somebody that maybe hasn't traveled with you, but you've talked to him on the phone. But in the summer, maybe they want to. Let's see why. Why was the journey in reverse? The book burning. Censor, silencing a person of water. Silenced by the person of water, right here. Here's the hassle and the problem. We're going to put it right here. And then we're going to pull the outcome. Oh, man. Whew. There's a roundabout in the outcome through the community and one certain connection. In the bedroom, sexual fulfillment. In the community, sexual fulfillment. Thunderstorm. Boom, shakalaka. Somebody's about to be embarrassed in public. Ostrich trail. Avoidance. Trying to avoid the slingshot. You can't avoid the slingshot as the tension building with the sudden anxiety of pressure and launch. Say, for example, you got this person that thinks nobody can sing. I'm going to say there's a train moving on life's journey. That's what you're going, with them or without them. That's what the story of this is. You got this one person. Some people need to learn, don't ever pick a fight, because you'll pick a fight with somebody that's been waiting, that's been building pressure, and when they hit you, they're going to knock your fucking head off, because they've been building pressure up by family. They've had pressure built up by friends fucking them over, and then you're going to get over here and fuck around and find out. Yes, sir. Whoever that water sign is, they're the problem here. Let's see. Let's cut this deck. For Leo. Holy angels, holy spirits. To the divine above. Angels and ancestor guides. For the Leos in this reading. So where you are right now, you're trying to recover from being heartbroken. You could have had to stand your ground. 5 wands. Your passion was tested. Your interests. This could be hobbies or work interests. Because it's got crew, an open dishonor. Somebody openly disrespected you in a crew. Somebody you used to be in sync with. It's probably one of these 5 people that's testing your interests. The external energy is the 2 wands. They took their emotions away from you, but they're still watching. Virgo energy, assessing the investments of a dead end. Yeah. This is someone that's been thinking a long time that they just broke your heart so many times. The enlightenment of an offer. You got 5 wands, 2 wands. There's your 7 wands. They should have stood up for this Page of Pentacles and freed themselves from this water sign. Well, I'll be damned. Shit. Well, I guess that's why the challenge is, this is an open disrespect. Right there's what's in the community. The thunderstorm. It's a roundabout. That's the slingshot. Return to sender, bitch. Checkmate, Leo ho. Let's see. What is the crew? This is Filbury. Okay, Filbury. So in sync, working together as a unit, team leadership, co-create, pooling assets. Openly this is a group that has openly humiliated you, ridiculed you in public, mockery. It's somebody that's talked about you behind your back. But I think whatever town they live in, they know more about you than this person should. You only told them a little bit, but what you said stuck. Where is Leo's internal energy, regardless man or woman? You're just protecting your family. This is a true feminine. Gosh, she's protecting her family through the spiritual realm. I wouldn't fuck with this girl. Man, she bitch slapped you from afar, unemotionally fulfilled with the friends of the King of Wands, masculine, carrying a heavy burden of interfering with the journey. Keep going back to follow through with initiate the interest of a dead end. It's like the feminine is, she saw that the masculine went back at least 2 times to learn the same lesson. 2 times. So let's ask, where's the feminine in sync and finding fault of punishment? Well, she's spending some time alone. She has the Hermit, Virgo energy. She's mind, body, and soul searching. Yeah. Emotional confusion. She wasn't supported either by an Aquarius or a masculine in strategic thought. He didn't make a smart decision to hide his abundance. Okay, so he must have opened his abundance up to someone else. This feminine's reflecting in the past. She's got the star right there. She's like, what the fuck just happened? Where is the divine masculine here in the crew in Pilbury? It's not spiritual. Hierophant in reverse has not learned the spiritual lesson just yet. Ooh. And there's the star. That's what you got to do. You got to go to spiritual school. Hope, faith, balance, renewal of your spiritual realm. For the masculine here, just in case you do not know, there is nothing here on earth that's going to help you with this situation. Maybe you need to go fishing. Get your fishing pole. Go rent your cabin. The feminine, she's reflecting. She is actually, she's actually in hermit mode. So the divine is wanting the feminine and the masculine alone. The feminine's got the lantern. She's looking for it. The masculine, it's going to hit him like a rock. The feminine's taking her time to see the truth. There's something going to happen here. See how fast the stars comes with the Hierophant and the Earth sign, the Hierophant, Taurus and Aquarius right here. This is the divine knocking the shit out of somebody. Right here is a spiritual slap. That's like talking about the divine. Saying, oh, that shit ain't real. That's the disrespect right there. That's the dishonor. Openly dishonor. So they didn't only dishonor you, they dishonored the divine himself. Damn. Let's see what caused it. Why is the Hierophant in reverse? I told you. Boom, shakalaka. There's been a sloppy job. 3 Pentacles in reverse. No teamwork. Not working together. There will be a tower. Boom, shakalaka. That shocking revelation about to come on through. And it's coming because of the 7 Cups. Holding back, causing emotional confusion for the Wheel of Fortune, the change, the turning point, for destiny to level, the Lover's connection. Oh. Foundation. The reason why it's all happening. Rolling the dice on this abundance. Gambling on the abundance. Random results. Uncertain outcome. Knowing damn good and well it's a good connection, but didn't treat it right. Took the offer that was not divinely guided for peace. Where's the feminine here? Where is the divine feminine? She says, here I am. Oh. She has her abundance. She's got cornucopia. What else does she need? Look. This feminine has actually found a new profound love for self. Or she said, I want that one blessing. So she's not the one that rolled the dice here. In the past, in the foundation. She did not do it first. Where is the masculine in the grapes and rolling the dice? Took it for granted. It's taking something for granted. There's where your stress, anxiety, and sleepless nights is coming from. You know, what they're worried about communicating. You know why? They know the truth. 8 Cups. They've known the truth since the beginning. They miss you. Unemotionally fulfilled. With a friend. Soulmate. Blockage. Without the truth. They're at an emotional discretion because they treated a friend, the one that they should have trusted, like shit. What's in the dice? What was the gamble? Those 7 swords. Deception. Lying, cheating, sneaking around. Yeah. Sexual endeavors. King of Cups. This is the masculine finding out the truth. So who's in the 7 swords? Is talking about the water sign? Because that's the King of Cups. It's water energy. Yeah, the King of Swords. It's got him thinking, ooh, 2 more kings. He's stressing. He's trying to get to the King of Cups mode. He's past King of Swords. He's past King of Wands. And now he's looking for King of Cups. Or he's got to find the King of Cups to get to the King of Wands. Yeah. He got something thrown back. And that's what he's stressing over, restarting after an ending. The masculine caught the slingshot. Whatever this right here is, he's struggling with starting over with people that he's been with in the past. So don't go back. Not repeating those cycles. Whew. Recent past, the olive branch and the hot air balloon. Calling a truce. Coming to terms. Suspended. A peace offering. Winding down. Ceasefire. With a hot air balloon. An uplifting freedom. I think you know where the divine wanted you to go. When you got in that 5 cups energy, you understood that this was testing where your emotions are within yourself. You understood that it was testing you. Do you love yourself enough? And you got the 5 cups to 6 swords. That's going to leave the Ace of Swords. What's the truth about external energy? What's truth? Soulmate tower. It's going to take a tower for the enlightenment of Leo to come out. It's like jumping out of a freaking cake. It's like going through an eclipse without the right glasses. Yes, goodness. At the top of your spread, you have fish, hook, and friends. Whoever this was that went against you, they're not happy with themselves. They know that they've messed up. A soul tribe person, meeting in person on social media. Feeling powerless, helpless, paralyzed. Oh, the Wheel of Fortune. Looking for destiny, low vibe destiny. Looking for a low vibe in destiny. That's Twin Flame. Queen of Swords. That's the counterpart to the King of Swords. Right here. So the contract was initiated. It was a low vibe. It was with a low vibe and family. That's why the abundance died here. That was the gamble. Tried to take the spiritual riches to somebody that wasn't even spiritual. Where's the divine feminine? Four of Pentacles. She is holding back. She's saving money. She's abundifying her savings. She's independently owned because she's been listening to her higher self for a long time now. This is a feminine that could be actually single for 14 years. Wow. Where's the divine masculine in the fish hook and the friends? Feeling helpless on a soul tribe. 2 Pentacles. Look, he's coming with 3 Pentacles. He's struggling with starting over. You're going to have to free yourself from 5 negative friends. Or somebody that has lied to you 5 times. Here's 6 more swords. Could be 11 friends. Divinely guided to put 5 swords in your boat. Oh my gosh. What is the advice to this masculine right here? This is a masculine that could be struggling with starting over. Starting brand new because they got friends that take more from them. There's your 3 Pentacles. So this is going to be your advice. To be able to work together, you're going to have to rebuild a foundation. Or you need to acknowledge where all the stress is coming from. Make a smart decision. Queen of Wands. Assess the investments of dead end. Queen of Wands. Oh. This is someone's ancestor saying, why don't you watch the Aries or the female fire sign? They're also telling the masculine that they're stressing in the way they work together with people. Don't play well with others. Why would this masculine be stressing and worried so much? You do have the Page of Pentacles, you have the 2 Pentacles, and you have the 3 Pentacles. And then the Ace of Pentacles come out earlier, so trying to skip the work and get the pleasure. Who's causing all this stress, anxiety, and sleepless nights? Communicating to his twin. That's the 4 of Wands, 8 Wands. Oh, mercy. Yeah. Communicating to his twin flame soulmate, his soul tribe. The one that he should have went to find peace, to peacefully open up spiritually, but follow through with a low vibe. And now publicly, successfully recognizing that this is the contract he got the judgment for. There you go. Breaker, breaker, 1-9, calling on the Divine Father. Can you hear me? Honey, you manifested the Page of Pentacles. The Divine is giving this person an Ace of Pentacles. This contract, yeah, it looks good. It looks good. The Ace of Pentacles, see, because the feminine comes in the 4 of Pentacles. And the masculine has 2 and 3, and then he has 3 here. It's like just now starting a contract. This contract's been like a 2-year contract. This contract right here has been like a 3-year contract. What is in the stress, anxiety, and sleepless nights? Well, he has successfully recognized that this soul tribe connection, the 4 of Swords, could be blocked. There's 6 swords, which makes 10. Yeah, he's blocked from coming forward peacefully until he spiritually opens. If one of you are already in this kind of manifesting energy, the other one at least has to be able to pray, know how to pray. They have to be at least talking to the Divine a little bit. It's not going to be something, it's not just going to be given to somebody that doesn't understand it. For example, I'm going to bring the movie Harry Potter in here. You don't go to that school unless you were a chosen one. And your divine angel will come and fucking find you. Whether you want to go or not, you go. When they found that poor kid, he was being taken care of, I think, by a mother's brother. Poor kid never even had a birthday cake. Anyway, that's what this is. If you're not in the spiritual realm, you cannot connect to a spiritual person. You cannot talk caterpillar language to butterfly people. Just not ready. Let's keep going. Mercy. What's coming in your reading, honey? You have roses and a person of fire. A fire sign might even bring in somebody flowers. It's a transcending leader, very confident, visionary, catalyst, energetic, entrepreneur, strong-willed, love, romance. Let's see what this is. My goodness, Leo. Earning for an attachment. They want to be attached to you. They want to be attached to you. They don't want to be separated from you. No more risk. No more rolling the dice. And that's been justified. Don't ever correct on earth what needs to be corrected in heaven. You remember at the beginning of this pool we had judgment and justice. Yeah, you said checkmate me, ho. So that's exactly what's happening right here. This is an emperor, twin flame level, trusting that to be spiritually enlightened, open, no skeletons in the closet, is the only way for them to rebuild this offer after struggling with arguing with the twin flame. It's a comfortable argument. The 4 of Wands is a happy life, happy home. Even the dog eats good. One of you guys cussed someone, cussed the other one out so good. You said a lot of cuss words, but it wasn't in a disrespectful manner. Even after somebody in their circle did disrespect you. They mocked you. What is the third party energy on the mockery? Public ridicule, third party. Well, trusting a friend pulled the emotions out from somebody to trust. The moon secretly mastering, looking. Here you go, the karmic soulmate, being at peace with the Queen of Swords, the King of Swords, the Hangman. So the third party was there to test to see if the relationship would be walked away from, and it was. It went to air sign. It went to be able to find peace, hope, faith, balance, renewal in the twin flame connection. This stress had to happen because it was a small circle carrying a very low vibe. So they're actually justifying that they're no more taking risk until they're spiritually. They know they can't take a risk until they're spiritually balanced. Look, that's the secrets. They're secretly changing. The external energy, you have change in there. They're doing it behind the scenes, so we won't tell too much. Let the energy be played with. Your internal energy, you have very confident, heroic, messenger, very fearless, held together through your boundaries and restrictions. Prime and proper, structure. Don't bring that shit over here. Knight of Swords in reverse. Secrets. You don't want to argue over something that was hidden. There's your king. You don't want to know because it'll waste your resources. It'll turn your magician in reverse. Leo says, woo. You could actually be hidden, not chasing. Where would the masculine be here? A restriction, confidence, very structured, setting your own rules, a shift. Well, he's in judgment. Don't ever correct on earth what needs to be corrected in heaven. With the breaker 19 right below it, you know. There you go. He's getting a different perspective on judgment through the Queen of Swords. Yeah, he's finding his interest. He's finding out that she is the deception at the crossroads. She's what intercepted his bridge. Woo! And this is what was intercepted. What was intercepted was a fairy tale. That 7 cups that's back here. Romantic ending. Archetype. Hopeful. Magic. Well, that's what's changing. This situation, in a state of flux, anything could happen. What's changing? Let's clarify. What exactly is changing when it comes to Leo with this external person? What are they changing? Well, they're going back to the crossroads because they have a new interest. The initiation of an interest at the crossroads. The Queen of Pentacles and the Queen of Wands. What? With a new perspective of challenge and jealousy of the devil. So the Queen of Pentacles is about to be told. This is an external person that wants an ex to at least see you working together. You haven't been able to talk. You haven't been able to hang out, get a hot dog or something. I don't know. But this is a situation where a past person of your person, man or woman, needs to see you in public laughing together. What are they interested? They could be initiating an interest in things they didn't see. The fairy tales is like the 7 cups. And here comes the 8 cups. And the 6 of swords. So this external person is realizing they have to pour their emotions out of it so they can successfully Page of Pentacle, 2 Cups. So they can successfully start over for the true soul tribe connection. They have to unlove someone. This external person has to unlove someone. And they have to do it secretly. They have to go through this transformation. A false interest. They thought that they were. It could be also be someone that's having fake sex. King of Cups, Scorpio energy, water sign. So your person went through a lesson for emotions. They're realizing that there's some situations you shouldn't put your emotions into. What's in the Page of Wands by itself? So the Page of Wands and the Ace of Wands is in reverse. Page of Wands in the upright, Ace of Wands. Try to go straight in. Well, the initiation of the interest of what they don't see. They want to justify what they don't see by reflecting. Yeah. Look at this. Look at this. Oh my gosh. Sex addiction. That's where the tower's going to fall. No longer interested in sex, King of Cups. More interested in controlling emotions. Looking for where their emotions are within themselves. Is what needs to be talked about here is the yarn and the water carrier with the book burning and the person of water. Someone's manifested something on this water sign. Or a masculine trying to love himself. And this is what's happened. It's a hassle, bringing a big problem, a big mess. Complicated. Generosity. Too nice. Somebody here was too nice. Well, because this silenced the emotional connections. Way too nice. Look. Leo energy in Sagittarius. Leo, you come with peace and contentment. Yes. Because your intuition told you to take your time. Or you knew what was going to happen because your intuition's been telling you for quite some time. What's the external energy of all of this? Well, the 3 of Cups in reverse. You're not coming together with this fucking people that argue. You're not doing it. No. They know what you're doing. You're not coming together with the they know that you have something to stand on. They know that you'll stand up for your fucking self. These are people that might talk about you behind your back, but you walk in the room, they all fucking shut up. Like a bunch of crickets when the sun comes out. Shh. Where's the masculine here? The sun is in reverse. That would be the Hangman. The sun is down here. No support and judgment. Carrying too much. Maybe spark the emotions, which sparked the cycle. Reconsider the marriage here. Or draw the line with family. They're reconsidering they should have drawn the line with family because it actually interfered with them independently being successful. And a plan of being prepared to open up to the spirit realm. They listened to family. Shouldn't have listened to family. Yeah, Page of Swords. Should have acted like you did because they didn't care if you followed through with it or not. That was also a masculine that doesn't care anymore about something he's committed to. King of Pentacles. So, from the Knight of Pentacles to the King of Pentacles, the feminine wanted to start slow. The masculine didn't. Alone. This, I'm going to say it, this put the masculine in a low vibe. And through the Queen of Pentacles, he's going to find the star. You got the star right here. He's going to find the spiritual truth of the path of interest, a wishing to go back. There's a masculine here wishing to go back to one woman. Well, honey, that's what's going to happen in the outcome because you have the thunderstorm and the roundabout. Goes around, comes around. 10-time code here in these readings. This is a power of destruction through a tower. A shocking revelation. Something that wasn't ready for, an energy shift, a real hard energy shift coming with a roundabout. Let me get another bundle. The reason why I'm going to get another bundle is because the milestone's coming down here with low vibing soulmates. He's trying to find his true. He's on a throne. He's on a throne. But this is low vibing soulmates. He might be somebody that gives a lot of people a place to live or feed them. They come every day at lunch. It's like a cat, you know, or an animal, or you feed them one time, they're going to be showing up at your door every day. Narcissist. What is in the Five Pentacles is what I'd like to clarify, because you got the damn thunderstorm in the roundabout up here. When something comes back and bites someone in the ass here, it's going to fucking hurt. Literally. It's going to be very painful. Like a moth to a flame. That's devil energy right there. Reconcile. That's karmic soulmates. Two cups. Deserving better. One of you, or it's gonna drive you within. You're gonna go, like, for example, you live in town and everybody knows where you are. Everybody knows the kind of truck you drive. You know, if they see your truck at this certain store, they know exactly where you're gonna be in there. Well, stop doing that shit. Start parking somewhere, or start going somewhere for a couple of days. People ask you, where'd you go? Say, don't say anything. But this is a masculine needing to spend a lot of time alone. So we would like to clarify what is in the Tower. The roundabout is slapping someone's face. It's a payback, a return to sender. Three Pentacles. If they didn't work with you before, they have to. Yeah, it's their judgment. Breaker 19 calling on the Divine Father. Can you hear me? It's their judgment to go through that deep emotional immense transformation, because that's what you're manifesting. You didn't do anything wrong. They're going to have to fix it. They're going to have to come to you right. Where is the external energy in the roundabouts? Well, there's the Four of Wands. Look. It's true love twin. So external energy, internal energy. Honey, something's about to happen big here. You got the Ace of Swords, Ace of Cups. That's truth come before love. Twin flame. Find the truth out about being comfortable with the twin flame relationship. This masculine is unemotionally fulfilled with following through, because he shunned what his higher self was trying to say. He thought he was focused. You should have paid more attention, is what he said. Where's the third party? What's the roundabout? Because whatever's coming back, it's not coming on the feminine or it's coming on the masculine. It's coming whatever's in between these two. Chariot, see you later, rotten tender, don't want no more. They got to master this deception. This is a master deceiver. 7 swords and 7 cups. They're about to cry. This person's about to cry. You're going to master your move, and that's going to be deceptive on their thoughts, their confusion. Successfully recognizing that you know who the fuck you are right now. You had at least one person that did it 7 times, and you got at least 7 relationships that's just, you get with them, and they find out that you're not a sugarcoating bullshitter. And where's the masculine here in Judgment and the 3 Pentacles? Yep, there's the Knight of Swords in reverse. Don't rush into the crossroads. Don't rush in, because there's something you don't know. This is immature lovers. Don't rush the crossroads, because this is what leads you to immature lovers, which confuses you on your justified path. What would be the advice to this masculine? Emperor, called you out by name, baby. You need to leave something behind right now. The 6 of Swords. Let's see where you're being divinely guided to. To plan and prepare for your independent abundance. You can't take no one with you. No friends, no partners of friends, no friends of family. You need to start traveling alone a little bit. That's independent abundance. prepared for you to divinely lead. That's 5 swords in the boat, okay? It's internal, something you didn't trust yourself with. You're successfully you're looking closer, yeah, to the argument. To the argument maybe you had with that soul tribe. Dead end. Dead end. Okay, you're looking closer into an argument you're having with a dead end soulmate. Somebody that's always got your mind going. You know, you have a good day and this person fucking says one word and it just makes you want to throat punch a bitch. Yeah, not clearly. Ace of Swords in reverse, no clarity. You're not sure if you can trust them, so fuck them. Where is the divine feminine right now? Mercy. Divine feminine. She knows there's a lot of interference, deception. Let's see what she says. She knows there's low vibing soulmates. She's looking for the lover's connection. She don't really care about anything else. She feels unfair, so she's leaving. She feels like she's been treated unjustly, so she said, see you later, Rotten Tater. She put judgment on the front of the car. What sort of judgment did she call from? Because you got it up here. True love twin. Anything else? Yep. Let me go get it. The judgment that she called on was because of the 7 cups. Emotionally confused, daydreaming, night thinking, trying to see the bigger picture, emotionally confused about who she could trust. So you got the King of Swords in reverse and the Queen of Swords. That is karmic for fire signs. Why is the King of Swords in reverse and the Queen of Swords in the upright? Libra and Aquarius energy. It's who the King of Cups keeps going back to. Yeah. That he needs to leave behind for good. It's a family situation. To be able to release the mental restriction. No more confusion on what he's interested in. A contract of the lovers. You have someone that's trying to leave or has been trying to leave. What is keeping them there? If they haven't left yet. Heartbreak. Page of Wands. As soon as they initiate the interest, the heartbreak's going to happen. As soon as this Page of Wands, the heartbreak's going to happen. And see, we have the 6 of Swords right here. So that was 3 swords. You take 3 swords from 8 swords. That's going to leave 5 swords. This is someone that doesn't really trust themselves. Just cry it out. If you feel somebody don't give a fuck about you, go ahead and discipline yourself. So no one else has to. Where's the feminine right here? Yeah, 6 of Cups. The Lovers. She said, don't come back unless you grow. Don't come back unless you're my twin. Spiritually enlightened, she said. She said, I'm waiting. Saving room. She's saving energy. Man. Where is the masculine right there? Oh, he's thinking about it. The King of Swords is in the upright. Yeah, he's coming to get his throne. A wish fulfillment. He's wishing to assess the investments of the world. Closing the cycle. He might be closing 7 different contracts to be able to justify the soulmate unemotionally fulfilled, but planning and preparing to successfully recognize that in hermit mode while thinking about it and going within that things have changed. They went through that transformation. They want a contract. They want this contract to level the emotional confusion with the Queen of Cups, which that's the water energy. There's something they didn't know about this Queen of Cups. That for a long time they've been focusing on family while this enlightenment has been guarded and interfered with. That's deception on the soul tribe. Not only a soul tribe, twin flame tribe. Somebody's about to get a spiritual spanking. I love you guys. Ciao.